And start recording. Okay, so we are live. Chances are there's not a whole lot of people functioning at this time of the day. You're probably just getting to work, but this is the Tea Podcast, and normally we do these at 10 o'clock. However, my guest today said, hey, can we do it at 8 or 1 o'clock? And I thought about 1 o'clock, tried to make that work. It didn't work for me. So 8 o'clock in the morning is what it is. So we're talking with Liz Smith. She is a local foodie. She's a recipe developer person. We'll talk about that and what that is. Essentially, I never met a person who develops recipes, but I guess we kind of all do. We just don't realize we're doing it. And she's also a content creator, just kind of in general. And her social media accounts are usually under her name, Liz Smith, but some of them are The Vintage Fork. Maybe she can explain kind of what that is in a minute. Real quick, our sponsor for the studio is OptimizeGP.com, Optimize Generator People. They specialize in whole home Generac generator solutions for your home. So if you are worried at all about storms taking out your electricity, or because, in general, we have some of the most jankiest electrical systems in the country in this area. So sometimes, power goes out. And what do you do when the power goes out? I know for many that have kids, you scramble. You scramble to get the power back on. So they'll help you with that. Within like 30 seconds after the power goes out, this system turns your house back on and you got full power to your house. It's really amazing. I don't have a system yet, but you can get started with one at around $600 to start. And I think maybe like $100 a month. And then you got a whole home generator. So check them out, OptimizeGP.com. And with that, we hope you enjoy the episode. All right, and before we get started, my presenting sponsor is Chase Group Construction. They build stuff, they renovate stuff, they're local, they're building some really cool stuff right now around town. ChaseGroupConstruction.com. Check them out if you need to build something or if you need to renovate something. If you're a business, I would check them out for sure. They are design and build, so they design it and build it. That's what that means, design, build. He wants me to keep this short, so that's it. ChaseGroupConstruction.com. All right, so let's get the conversation started. Liz, you are, again, a local foodie personality, content creator, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me. I'm excited. So I'm Liz Smith, Liz Newton Smith. My main name's Newton. I'm from Bunkie, but live here in Lafayette now. And I have a social media presence, I guess. The Vintage Fork, Fork, F-O-R-K. I feel like sometimes certain words, people are like, what are you saying?
Uh-huh.
But anyway, Instagram's my main channel. And like we were just saying, go share on Facebook too. Years ago, my mom was like, can you please make a Facebook, page too? So did that. And then TikTok, when you just said that, you're like, she's Liz Smith across the face. Honestly, I don't know how to change. TikTok and I are not the best of friends, but it says The Vintage Fork on there somewhere. But if somebody wants to tag me, they tag at Liz Smith. And I'm like, wait, I need to figure out how to change that.
So I know with TikTok,
I think it's opposite.
There's a display name and then there's an @ name.
Yes. Okay. So my @ name must be Liz Smith, and I'm like, I need to change my @ name probably to The Vintage Fork.
Either one. I know.
Yeah. Can they be the same?
I think you can make them the same, but I think your display name is what shows, but your @ name does not show.
Okay.
So
but somebody tagged me this week in something, and it was her caption was at Liz Smith, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to figure this out. So yes. Anyway, if you want to find me, I think you can type in The Vintage Fork pretty much across those 3 platforms and just follow along.
Yeah, or if you're listening, we have all her links in the caption.
Thank you so much.
So we have Instagram, because I knew your Instagram was the main one.
Yeah.
We have TikTok, and then Facebook is the last, because that is how she prioritizes the social media accounts. Now, if it were being me interviewed, Facebook would be first, TikTok would be next, and Instagram would be last.
Yeah.
It's the way it works. So, a little bit about you. You're from Bunkie, you said.
I am. I know, and I heard you're from north of Ville Platte. Did I hear you say that on a podcast? Okay.
Yeah,
Where are you from?
yeah. So, Turkey Creek.
Oh my. I know the Turkey Creek exit. My
Yeah.
mom works in Oakdale, so like depending on which way she goes, like Bayou Chico or she goes through Turkey Creek. So like, yeah, I'm very familiar. My sister's dog was found in a Turkey Creek church parking lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there is 1, 2,
think.
3, 4 that I know of churches in Turkey Creek.
Which Turkey Creek is like you blink and
Yeah,
you're
it's
out.
T-tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
Interesting.
4 churches in Turkey Creek that I know of. And pretty close by, like literally maybe a couple of miles out, there's like a handful of more churches. So when you want to talk about Bible Belt, like right there is where it gets tight.
Hey, you getting a speeding ticket? Just pray. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
I
it'll
don't
get
know.
fixed.
I don't know. In that area, I don't know if praying will get you out of that ticket.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm from Bunkie.
Yeah, so Bunkie, man, one of my recent guests, Wesley Mayo, he owns his essentials in River Ranch. It's a men's boutique clothing area. And he is a high-end, I say high-end, his clothing is high-end, but like he's also presents himself as a very like high-end guy. He used to work for Nordstrom and all that good stuff out of, I don't know if it's Houston or Dallas, but like he has a very extensive connection with clothing and design. And he's from Bunkie.
Really? What's his last name?
Mayo.
Mayo. I don't know.
Or Mayo. I think it's Mayo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm sure we know somebody
It's
who
kinda
knows somebody.
crazy,
It is
though.
crazy. Anywhere I go, somebody is like, oh, do you know so-and-so from Bunkie? Or like a Volz Parish, like in general. But like I was at something yesterday and they're like, my family's from Evergreen. I'm like, well, that's the same thing as Bunkie. Like same area code.
Yeah.
Same like first 3 digits in front of like your home phone when you had a home phone. So, yeah. Like a Volz Parish, just like all roads lead back to there, I feel like.
Well, Evangeline Parish is not too much different.
Yeah, same.
Evangeline Parish, I have learned over the past couple of years that Evangeline Parish is, I don't want to say the armpit area of Louisiana, but the statistics are not good. I learned in Leadership Lafayette. Now, if you're from Turkey Creek, Evangeline Parish, I'm not poking fun. I'm from that area. I did get out, but my mom and dad and my brother still live there. But I learned that they have, through all the different parishes in Louisiana, Evangeline Parish had the greatest percentage of teen births
Really?
or teen pregnancies. Yeah.
That's an interesting
like
statistic.
44%.
Oh, that's high. Yeah.
I don't know what the percent is like relative to, but whatever. 44 doesn't matter. It's a high number.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? That jives because I remember being in middle school and there was a girl that was pregnant
In middle school.
in middle
That's so
school.
young.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So her kid is probably like, not even 10 years apart from her. So like,
That's
kind of
young.
crazy stuff.
God, that is crazy. Yeah. So that, I mean, but like, I'm thinking Turkey Creek, like whenever you said you were from like a little small area north of Ville Platte, I'm like, I got to know where this is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so from Bunkie, I went to LSU for undergrad.
LSU
No, LSU Baton Rouge.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Went to LSU in
The
Baton
LSU.
Rouge. The LSU. Go Tigers. Went to LSU for undergrad, and then I moved from there to Shreveport for grad school. I'm a PA. A lot of people don't know that. I'm a physician assistant. And then moved back to Lafayette because that is where I was dating my now husband. I met him at the end of LSU. We did long distance while I was in grad school, and so I moved back here when I graduated. So that's why I'm in Lafayette.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask, like
how'd I get? I
how
knew
you
it was
got
coming.
here and all that, but the conversation's flowing well. So do you still have family in Bunkie?
I do. I have a lot of family in Bunkie. My parents still live there. 2 of my brothers live there. My dad's a sugarcane farmer there, and my little brother farms with him. But yeah, I go there often. It's only an hour, so I was there. Was it last weekend? It's easy. My kids absolutely love it. Like they call it the country. My parents have like a massive yard and like sugarcane fields around it. So like, especially my little boy, he'll be 2 in February. Like is currently obsessed with tractors. So my mom was like, he's the easiest to watch over here. Like he just sits at the window and watches like the tractors drive back and forth. So
I love
yeah,
that.
and then I mean aunts and uncles and cousins that still live there too. I had two of my mom's brothers lived in Lafayette, and I had cousins growing up that lived in Lafayette. So I came to Lafayette often. I mean, if you want to go out to eat or like shopping, we went to Ellick some, but we went to Lafayette too. It's just not even.
Oh, I can definitely tell you're from
Yeah.
the area because you said Ellick. I'm like, that's the quintessential way to
Ellick,
know.
but it's spelled Alex, so people
Right.
get so confused. But yes,
Like, okay, so I was trying to write out Ellick
I know.
because I was saying it in my mind. I was like, Ellick. I was like, it's Alex, but that doesn't sound right.
Exactly.
So I was
know.
like, oh, I'm just going to put ELEC,
Phonetically,
Ellick.
is that like yeah?
like electric, but like, I don't know. It made sense to me.
I like want to write out ALEC, and I'm a terrible speller. Like that's like what I've been known for. I feel like my whole life. I'm like a horrible speller, so it kind of tracks that I don't. I'm like, no, why would you spell it like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, Alec. Yeah.
So growing up, I always heard that I've been through Bunkie, and I think whenever I was younger, my brother and my dad, they were a part of a karate class in Bunkie. My experiences with Bunkie are very limited, but what I've heard about Bunkie is extensive, in the sense that it wasn't the place that people thought was a good place.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the perception. One of my cousins, who was a lot younger than me, we were talking about girlfriends, and he was talking about one of his friends that had a girlfriend from Bunkie, and he said something that sticks with me forever.
Oh gosh, I'm kind of
And
nervous.
it's definitely not the broad, like it doesn't represent everybody, but the way he said it was apparently the group that they hung out with and the girls that they were meeting were probably not the best, because he said, oh yeah, he's dating that Bunkie trash. I'm like, oh God.
How dare you say that? No, I mean, I love my hometown, home of the Louisiana Corn Festival. Like,
All right.
corn's my favorite food. So like,
That's corny.
oh hey, but corn, I have corn wallpaper in my house. Like,
Wait.
Like the thing I feel like most of my followers like send me DMs about is if they see something corn related, whether it's like a recipe or like an antique. Like somebody sent me a Facebook Marketplace find, and it was this tea set or coffee set of like corn. Like it was like corn mugs, corn saucers, like all the things you need. And it was in Crowley. I was like, immediately buy. Like sent PD to Crowley to go get this box of like a corn tea set. I don't know. I'm getting like. But yeah, my love for corn is because I grew up with Louisiana hometown of the Louisiana Corn Festival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people come from Bunkie.
Yeah.
A lot of people come from Eunice.
Yeah.
Lafayette is, and I say this, and you may be able to make the same connection. Lafayette wouldn't be what Lafayette is without places like Eunice, the Bunkie, Evangeline Parish area, then of course, Church Point. Like those influences, I think, are what make up what Lafayette technically is.
Yes, like for sure. Like, and I also feel like it's such a talking point, like that I'm from Bunkie, because like everybody knows somebody from Bunkie, or like I don't know. And so I think now that I have kids, I'm like, my kids are going to be from Lafayette, like,
Yeah.
which is like great, but like it's just like that's such like a. I don't know. Like we just probably sat here and talked about it for 15 minutes. Like such a talking point. Like that's where I'm from. Like I grew up, small town. But now my kids are, I guess, like city kids. Like my cousins were like my city cousins. If that makes sense. My kids are my brother's kids' city cousins.
Yeah, whenever I was little and being raised in the country, pretty much Turkey Creek, just like Bunkie, and Turkey Creek wasn't any better than Bunkie. Let me just preface that. We were not bougie. We had our own problems, but we would look at people that lived, even in Alexandria, people that lived there. We were like, oh, they're like city people. And like, I had someone that I met from Lake Charles. Whenever I was younger, we lived in Lake Charles for whenever I was 2. So I don't remember a whole lot about it except for the lake. But I moved there for a little bit as a teen, a 19-year-old. But before that, I had met someone from there, and I was like, man, they're like a city person.
Yeah.
And living there, I'm like, I don't know if I would call it a city person. Like it's city, but it's like you still got country ways.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that about Lafayette. Like it's technically a city, but it's got small town ways. Like, everybody knows everybody in Lafayette too.
Dude.
Like everybody knows everybody in Lafayette.
Whenever I tell you, I've never lived in an area where it felt more small town.
Yeah.
I think Turkey Creek is less of a small town than Lafayette. I feel like Lafayette loves to be in everybody's business.
That's funny.
It is wild. Now, Turkey Creek is bad. They have their own little like back end conversations about people, but Lafayette has whole Facebook groups
About
talking about people.
Yeah, I don't like the gossip though. Like I don't like that. I like it like, oh, you know so and so. I know them. I know them how. Like I don't know. I love good conversation.
Yeah.
And I love like connecting things. But yeah, I feel like we were talking about this at dinner last night. Like Lafayette is like a city technically with a small town feel.
Mm-hmm. It's a little big town.
Yeah,
It
little
really
big town.
is.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's cliche, but it really is.
It really is.
So, but I love it here because it feels very connected. It feels like that small town vibe, like we just mentioned, but still has that big city vibe also with the bigger companies. And like, I remember coming to Lafayette. That was, if you wanted Olive Garden, that's
Well,
the
that's what I was
only,
about to say.
right.
Like there's also restaurants or there's like a grocery store open past, 7 or 8 p.m. Like it's just completely like there's always something to do too. But yeah, I mean like eating out, like there's fast food, there's restaurants, like there's all the things here that you don't have in like a true small town.
Right. No,
Yeah.
a true small town, even Ville Platte, after like 9 o'clock, there's really nothing.
Yeah.
McDonald's is open.
I don't
Popeyes
even-
is open.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
guess. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I remember when the McDonald's opened in Bunkie. Like, I can remember whenever it opened. Like, my grandmother took me and one of my cousins. Like, I have this, like, memory of, like, when it opened. So, like, at some point, we didn't even have, like, McDonald's,
That is wild to think
Yeah.
about, too.
I know. I need to look up and see what year that was.
A
But
world without McDonald's?
my cousin Derek and my mom, my grandmother took us. He was one of my city cousins, and he was in town. So we went to McDonald's to celebrate their opening.
Yeah. Okay, so we are at 17 minutes, and I feel like we are literally just scratching the surface of, who you are and all that good stuff. So I want to get in my last sponsor, and then we will dive as deep as we can for as long as we can until she has to go. So real quick, our next sponsor is the Music Academy of Acadiana. If you want to learn music, or if you think your kids want to learn music, or if they're interested in music, check out musicacademyacadiana.com. Really great school. Lots of students there that are enrolled. Lots of students that I've seen create really cool pieces of music. They have an award-winning in-house recording studio. That's kind of hard to say, but they record several albums with local musicians that are doing some pretty cool stuff in town and throughout the area. So check them out, musicacademyacadiana.com. Great local school. Tim Benson, who's the founder, he's also a UL Lafayette Music School graduate. He's also part of the cover band, The Criers, where they do all of the popular music from the early 2000s. So if you listen to alternative or rock at that time of your life, kind of punk rock music, they sing it all. So check them out, musicacademyacadiana.com. Great local school. All right. So, when did you move to Lafayette? I don't know if you mentioned that.
Yeah, so I graduated from LSU in December of 2010. I did that like extra semester, extra football season. And then I started PA school in Shreveport in May of 2011. And that's like a 2.5 year program pretty much. So I moved here in 2013.
2013?
2013, right. Yeah. So moved here in 2013, worked, as a PA for, like I got a job immediately out of school. And then Petey and I, that's my husband, we got married in 2015. So yeah, I've been here since 2013. So I've been here a while, like as a resident,
Yeah. So I moved here in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah. So not that much earlier than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you came from, you said Lake Charles?
So
where'd you come from?
I came from Turkey Creek
to here.
I lived in Lake Charles for about a couple of years before moving back to Turkey Creek to live with my mom, because I had lost a job in Lake Charles. I was like, fall back, go to mom's house. And then I did not want to stay living at my mom's house. So I was like, something's got to give. So I was running my own little graphic design business.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so I do, that's not my main job anymore, but that was my main job for years up until 2018. and I got a call from a local business in town and saying, "Hey, I really like your work. I saw a flyer you did that someone had told me that you did it." He was like, "You want to come check out my print shop?" I was like, "Sure." And he never offered me a job on the phone, but I brought my resume. I'm like, I'm moving to Lafayette.
Go you, yeah.
Like,
take initiative.
I'm coming. I don't know what they're paying. I don't know if they're hiring, but somehow I'm going to get here. And yeah, I moved to Lafayette. He offered me a job. I told him, I was like, I want to move here. I want to work. And yeah, I got an apartment literally that week. And or I signed up for an apartment. It took 2 weeks for me to get my first like deposit ready. But yeah, 2010. Moved here. So you moved here in 2013.
2013, yeah. So PD was at LSU too. He's from here originally. And so he moved here, I guess probably January of 2011, and started working. And then, so when I graduated from PA school, I did a couple rotations here. Like I did my emergency medicine rotation at UMC. What else did I do here? I did a couple things. And then I took a job, you do something called a preceptorship. Is that what we called it? Anyway, before you graduate, I did that, and then I got hired on by that company.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your full-time gig is a physician assistant.
It's not full-time anymore, but yes, I have like three or four jobs. So wow. I run, so worked for that group for a few years, and then I worked for a group in New Iberia for a couple years. And then I transitioned to running a federally qualified grant, like a healthcare grant for a group out of Point Capee Parish. And so I have been with that group, running like grant programs since 2018. And we're like on a grant cycle right now that'll end next year for a diabetes program, or it's a chronic disease program now that I helped like develop and I run all the data for. So I do that. That's like a work from home job though most of the time. Sometimes I go to the clinic and like meet with our team. I work as needed at a clinic here in town. So if somebody I'm in like a group message where they'll send out like who can cover this shift. So I pick up shifts over there. And then over the past few years, the Vintage Fork has like turned into a source of income, like part of it's a job too. It's my small business is what I call it. Yeah. And then like I run a social media page for another, like group. Like I do a couple things. Like I dabble in a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm a mom and a wife. So
yeah, that's a full-time job.
Yes. I feel like December, I have learned, having my first kid start like real school this year and not just daycare, there's a lot in December with Christmas and Christmas programs and field trips and everything. So,
and the fact that school-age kids are off.
I was about to say, so next Friday is our last day for 2 weeks to be off. So essentially, I'm going to kind of be unplugged and off for 2 weeks too. I'll do like a couple things here and there. But yeah, I shift full-time into like mom mode then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so my wife, she works full-time. I'm kind of like you, where for the longest time, and I still kind of do dabble in different things. So like I still do graphic design. I do printing on the side. I do websites.
Okay.
On the side of developing Lafayette. And I also work on my own projects that are like website based, and so different things that I'm working on. I also have other social media networks. I'm in so many different little things too. And I don't know why I'm like that.
Oh, I know. I keep seeing all of these things on social media, like undiagnosed ADD is like somebody who like starts this project and it's like, I need to do this project. I'm like, do I have like what? I don't know if that's truly what it is, but I'm like, oh my goodness, like these character traits are 1,000% me. Which like I'm trying right now to like truly set boundaries, like, and have like some distinct like, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but like I was just saying before we hopped on, I got something called the Brick. Have you heard of the Brick? I bought it. That was my Black Friday purchase to myself. And you set like different things and it locks you out of those things on your phone. But it's not like an app. It's like an actual physical thing. And it's on my refrigerator and I tap my phone to it and I like program, like I don't want to be able to open Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, like whatever. And I've been doing that for the past week and a half. And this is crazy, but I got an Oura Ring for my birthday in March, and I am like a stressed out person apparently. The past week I've had balance days and not stress days, and I'm like, oh my goodness, the only thing that's changed is I've like set these boundaries with my phone. I wonder if that's it. So I'm doing like a little research,
I'm doing like
a little research to see if that truly is like connecting. But yeah, it's been great, especially when social media is part of your job. like I have to like pause for a second. But this has made me truly lock it out. Like I tap it and I go to bed, and in the morning when my alarm goes off, I'm victim to scrolling. I can't scroll unless I get out of bed, go in my kitchen, tap it to get back in.
Wow,
Isn't that crazy?
that is different. I never
It's
heard
called a
of
brick.
that.
Yeah, you'll probably get ads now that we're talking about.
Yeah, I
it.
know. Like the phone is listening. It's gonna
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, we heard you like the brick."
Yeah.
I'm like,
So anyway, I'm trying to like truly carve out some because I feel like I'm spread thin on at certain times,
Yeah.
especially the month of December.
Okay, so let's get into
Yeah.
how you got into the vintage fork. You moved into Lafayette 2013. Did you have that social media page before that, or is this something that you developed after you moved here?
Okay, so the Vintage Fork just had a birthday. It turned 9 years old in November.
Wow, happy birthday.
Yeah. So in what was that? Was it 2016? Yeah, because it'll be 10 years next year. In 2016, I was like in between. I had just left my first PA job. I was going to start another one. I had like really bad burnout. And I like honestly always liked like blog stuff. And like in 2016, Instagram didn't even have videos. It didn't even have stories, I don't think then. So I started sharing like my first picture was like a deviled egg recipe. Like sharing that. I didn't tell like anybody. It was just like this page. It wasn't like I didn't change my name on my like personal page. And I just would share like pictures from our kitchen, highly saturated, edited, terrible, filtered pictures, or where we were going out to eat. So like my tagline was like eating in and out in Lafayette. The Vintage Fork, it had my name nowhere on it. Like we were at the beach with like some of our close friends, and I was like, oh, let me take a picture. We were doing a bonfire with pizza, and one of my like really good friends was like, wait, you are the Vintage Fork? Like I follow you. Like she didn't even know. And then I think it's when I wanted to say, okay, so like in 2018, stories were definitely becoming a thing. And so I decided to like start filming like my like face and like doing stuff.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've just been sharing recipes and where we got to eat, and I'll share travel, and I like kind of sharing, a little bit of chaotic motherhood here. And, I'm trying to think like my grand millennial hobbies, like my book club stuff and needlepoint and mahjong. Like I feel like I'm into those like grand millennial hobbies. So it started in 2016. I'm trying to think when I started doing like realizing like, okay, people were actually like following and making my stuff, and like a few brands like would reach out, but like there's like it's still like this is such a gray area with stuff like that. But now I like partner with like, I know you're like, what's a recipe developer? I partner with like companies who I like make a recipe and I'll share it on my page, or sometimes I even do UGC, like user generated content, and it never even gets posted on my page. It's posted on like their Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. But it's my recipe. I can clearly tell it's my kitchen because I might not be in it face wise, but it's like all my stuff. So yeah,
okay,
that's like what the Vintage Fork kind of like snowballed into.
Yeah. So where did the name come from?
Okay, so I used to live in a neighborhood in Broussard called Vintage Park. Yeah, like off of Pinhead.
Yeah, makes
and
sense.
so I remember like we were sitting at my parents' house, and my older brother it's like, I want to start a blog. Like, I guess that's the word I was using then. I was like, I want to start a blog. And he was like, you should do, and I've always loved cooking. He's like, you should call it, instead of Vintage Park, like call it Vintage Fork. And I was like, oh, that kind of fits. Like, I've always like loved antiques, and like I grew up cooking with my grandparents. So like, I don't know, vintagey. Yeah. Kind of stuff. So that's where the name came from.
Okay.
So it's nothing.
So literally just
literally I
a
took
play
the
off
name
the
of
neighborhood.
my name off my old neighborhood and changed Park to Fork.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where it came from.
Yeah, so people ask me how do I come up with the name Developing Lafayette, and I have to think about literally like how did I come up with it, and I truly don't have the most straightforward answer, but I think I tell people, I'm like, I don't know, I just knew that Lafayette was developing.
I like that.
So I was like, and I also I was from a graphic design standpoint, like trying to create like a brand with it, because that was my whole thing. It was like I need to create a logo and I need to create like the whole aesthetic of the brand. And I was like, oh, what's the download? That was initially the the thing, the logo was, what's the DL?
Okay.
And my original logo was that. And I said, you know what? The DL has to stand for something. So maybe, you know, Lafayette's developing, and that's what I'm talking about. So maybe developing Lafayette, DL. So I think maybe in that sense. But I never wanted to call the page what's the DL, because I wanted it to have obvious, easy to read, know what you're looking at thing. Because what's the DL? It sounds like
you could be from anywhere.
Yeah.
Like you truly are a Lafayette page. Like you needed to have Lafayette in your name.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
So I think it's fascinating to hear about people's genus stories and how they come up with stuff. And it's interesting that it's a neighborhood.
I know this is so random, but yeah, I knew I wanted it food related, and it's kind of evolved since then. I'm like diving into my mission statement this month, and so it truly has like I was like, okay, let me think and like do an audit on my like self of my pages and see what's resonating with people and like what I'm enjoying sharing. And so it's been cool to see even the evolution from like earlier in 2025 to like now. I don't know. It's crazy.
Look, let me tell you, this year, I don't know what happened this year, but everybody and their mother, their brother, and their sister are creating local content, and it's blowing up so fast that there are new creators, new foodies blowing up. I'm like, since when?
I know that is kind of crazy because I find like your guest the other day, like I've never had her pop up, but Petey, my husband's like, I've seen her before, like as like another food content creator. I'm like, well, I should know who this is. You know, why is my algorithm not showing me her? Like the algorithm makes me so mad. But yeah, no, local. I've always shared local stuff. Like I said, my tagline since 2016, like underneath my Instagram, used to say like eating in and out in Lafayette, like in my kitchen, out and about. So it's fun though to see like what other people are sharing. And like I missed the TikTok boat in 2020. I didn't like create content over there like I definitely should have, but like here's what happened in 2020. I found out I was pregnant with my first child that weekend that they were like, hey, we're gonna close the world for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I still created on Instagram, but I was just like, I can't, like brain capacity cannot go create on another platform right now. When hindsight, I definitely should have. But this year I like made it a goal. I was like, whatever I'm posting on Instagram, I just need to go over there and just copy paste post. And I have. And so like, I wish I would have screenshot like where I was at the beginning of this year over there. But like I'm at like, I don't know, almost 6,000 followers over there this year, which is like, to me, huge growth. I know like follower count and stuff
doesn't
really matter, especially over there by any means. I have been on Instagram since like early times where like you couldn't have a link or a swipe up until you had 10,000 or more. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah. So that like 10,000 was like always kind of like a goal on Instagram. But like once I hit it, I had already had the capability of adding the link. But yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that. But like now I'm like trying my best. If I post something on Instagram, I'm going post it on TikTok, and then I hit the like share to Facebook too, so I can be across 3 platforms. But like my local Lafayette stuff really hits. Is that what the cool kids say? Like really does performs well on TikTok. I feel like, or like if it hits the right like page. So I just did like a patio series for fun on Instagram and TikTok. And I don't know why when I got this way. I think I always liked numbers. Like I went to literary rally in like 5th grade for math. Like that was like my like thing I would go to, but I just sat down this week and broke down all of the 6 posts for part 1 of my patio tour on Instagram, the exact same post and almost the exact same caption on TikTok, and tried to like compare and contrast like what content did better. Is that like, I don't know if you want to hear about this, but
weird.
like, yeah,
no,
it's,
I do that.
So on Instagram, everything was kind of like even keel. Every video kind of got around the same amount of like, around the same amount of views. TikTok, like the first 2 maybe didn't perform as well. The last 3 like did really well. So honestly, the TikTok views were a little better. No, not by a ton, but then the Instagram views, which is just like mind blowing to me. I don't know. But then when I go through the insights and look, if I'm sharing like a reel about something, it's pushing it out to like a lot of non-followers. So I'm trying really hard to share more carousels. I don't know, like this is probably boring for people, but carousels I find are pushing to my followers. I'm like, I want my followers. Like you hit follow for a reason to see my stuff. So anyway,
Yeah.
that is like where I'm at right now with like trying the month of December, just trying to like break down and like really like hone in on certain things so I can get like a good organized path going forward in 2026.
I feel you on trying to understand your analytics, essentially. I'm an analytics guy. I am not a type A personality at all. I am type B, type C, and I think maybe some type D. I don't know. There's some others out there. Type A, very little. But I do like looking at stats and graphs in regards to things that I'm working on that involves data that I can understand. So like follower count, like traffic count, like website traffic. I can understand that, and I'm into that. But like analytics with a spreadsheet for finances, I can't.
Yeah, I'm not doing my own taxes or anything.
Right. I'm on the board for a nonprofit, and whenever they show me the P&Ls and the balance sheets, I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? And I still, like, I've been on this board for 3 years. I'm like, okay, so this line is, we need to look at this line. What does this number mean?
Yeah. But I like numbers and I like going. So something I've learned this year is like, it's hard to to show an ROI for something like I do or we do, based on like, it's just hard unless you have like a true code or like somebody comes in and says,
right.
you know, like whatever. So something I've learned this year, if 1% of the people who viewed the content go into that, say it's a restaurant, go into that restaurant, the average ticket is X, then technically you could have generated this. Or like 1%, like that's so low. But then if you think about it, like, you know, if like, I had a video do like 65,000 views, just say, which is very well for me. That's like could have generated 650 customers into that restaurant if we just looked at like a 1% of that. And if the average ticket there is like $10 or $20, you know, like you can, I'm just trying to like explain, like, because obviously social media does like it's word of mouth, but like for 9 years I've built a community who like trusts me too, you know, and I also have other jobs. So like I have to like value my time sometimes, you know? So yeah, anyway, that's like nerdy.
No, I love their nerdy stuff. So that's kind of my vibe. And, you know, we can talk about food in a little bit because I know you had a couple of series. But on the topic of social media and analytics and trying out what works, I noticed that your Facebook presence, I wasn't even following you on Facebook until today.
Okay.
I was like, I don't even know if she has a
Hi,
Facebook.
welcome. Thank you for being like 1,001 followers.
Right.
I think that's what it was last time I ran.
But I was like, you know, let me go follow her there because obviously my main platform is Facebook. But I started following you on Instagram first, and then I think TikTok. So I know that Instagram was your main thing. Yeah. But going back to the early days of trying to figure out, you know, where you need to put your time, I started developing Lafayette in 2012. So really, that was the main thing.
Yeah.
Instagram, like you said, which I missed, was pictures only.
I know.
I wish that time would have frozen in respect to innovation in social media as it relates to how you post content. Because I feel like now every social media company is racing to have the same content formats. Facebook was, you know, pictures with video. That was normal. It was like it was like the Walmart of social media, and still kind of is. Instagram was pretty pictures, very aesthetic, very like filter heavy, no videos, like you said. TikTok comes along and really shakes things up, and it's like, oh, we're just video, like quick video, almost Vine-y. Like, I don't know if you remember Vine.
I know Vine.
Dude,
I remember
millennial core.
I feel like whenever Instagram stories came out, there were like all these like memes of delete Vine, delete Vine. Like, I don't know, just because they were like, this is practically the same thing. Why would I, you know?
Yeah. I never got into stories.
Really? Oh, stories is where I I love an Instagram story because I know my followers are seeing it. And so like, it's like I'm having a conversation with you, and I do like people like respond back. I like am in my DMs having like, I feel like I know these people, you know, like, I don't know. I love a good story.
Look, I love that.
And I look at stories probably more than I scroll the Reels tab.
That's kind of crazy because I don't look at stories.
What?
No.
No.
I get caught.
I love a
There'll
good
be a
story.
time where I'll see a story and I'm like, they better be good. So I'll click it, and usually it's fine, but I don't get caught in the
you
loop.
must hate me.
Huh?
You must hate me.
No, I don't. I don't hate.
I probably don't show up for you, honestly.
Not really.
Yeah, which is so annoying.
My interest is super nerdy. So on Facebook, I hate Reels on Facebook. I really do. I have to create
don't look
them.
at Reels on Facebook.
They're
but PD
weird.
sends them to me, and I'm like, I'm not even getting fed Reels on Facebook.
They're very weird.
yeah.
Reels on Facebook are very weird because it's the algorithm is trying to understand me.
The algorithm doesn't. When Adam Mosseri pops up and is trying to explain something, I feel like he doesn't even understand the algorithm that they own. Like, so yes, I know.
So like Facebook Reels to me is weird, but I still produce Facebook Reels because my largest following is Facebook, and I get really good traction there. I mean, it's the best traction. But I feel like TikTok is the place for the short form video. Like, I wish Facebook and Instagram would not have adopted video like in that manner. Because I'm like, everybody makes fun of Reels. Oh, 3 months later is when you're going to see that TikTok trend.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like right now, the John Hamm TikTok trend where everybody's like dancing with the blue lights.
I saw you post that one. That one showed up. That one showed up for me. Maybe on TikTok though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of where it showed up. It showed up somewhere.
But it did really good on Facebook.
Yeah.
50,000 views on Facebook,
Go
which
you.
is wild. I'm
That
like,
is wild.
now my face is really out there because the podcast is out there, but like to a select group that watches long form content. But that reel blew up. I'm like, oh my God, that's like 4 seconds of my face. Now people are going to be like, hey.
Okay, but it blew up because your face is the hook. And so like I literally, like I said, the month of December I'm spending doing a deep dive into my content. But if my face is the hook, for the most part, unless it's like something super eye catchy, those videos do well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I try and take that into account when I am working with somebody, because if I'm working with you, I want the video to do well. And honestly, 95% of my stuff is just organic on my page. But like the little bit that I do, partner, like of course, like I want to be a good employee. Like I want it to do well. So that's why I do these deep dives. Like, how is my content going to get pushed out to the right audience and like perform well?
Do you ever try to change your cover photo or like the very first, because the first 3 seconds of a video is the most important part.
Yeah.
Do you like whenever you're about to post a video, like let's say Instagram, TikTok, do you do different versions of the first couple of seconds or the first cover photo?
Not for the so the cover photos, sometimes I will upload, like I do all my editing in CapCut for the most part, even though Instagram says they push edits out more. It's a whole nother topic for another day. But I do most of my stuff in CapCut. If I'm working with like certain, like if it's for a certain project, I do sometimes like have to put like a cover photo, or I want to, just because it's going to be like a collab post on their page too and my page. So for like instance, like I work with the U.S. catfish farmers and I have for years. Like when I do collab stuff with them, I try and take like an aesthetically pleasing picture of the dish. So it's not like raw catfish, just usually like the first like few seconds of my video. Like I want when you come to my page to like be able to clearly see this is a catfish tower, this is a Mississippi catfish. Like I'm just using them for example, so that you can easily find that recipe and see it. Sometimes I don't have time to do that. I will say for the patio series that I just like did, or I am doing, I am changing wording from Instagram to TikTok because I'm using ManyChat, MANY, like however you say ManyChat. I'm using ManyChat with like a key trigger. So like comment list, and I'll send you a list of like 20 plus local restaurants with a patio. But I'm using like that third party to send the list over because I can't like keep up with comments like that. But ManyChat's not integrated with TikTok. So what I'm doing on TikTok is just like hit follow to see where I go next. Cause do not have the time or capacity to like manually reply to TikTok comments that would say list. Does that make sense? Is that what you asked? Like, so that's the only time I've really truly like done that. I'm trying to think. I did do it recently for something else too. Oh, this was just for fun, but I went to Old Time Grocery last Friday, and the video I like posted on Instagram is a little bit different than the video I posted on TikTok. And just because, honestly, I think I used edits, and edits goes to Instagram, and then I have found if I use that video that I made on edits, it must have like it doesn't have .mov at the end, it has like .edits or .ig at the end, and I think TikTok recognizes that it's coming from like an Instagram page. I know I'm getting way too boring and deep dive, but anyway, I can't stand that either. So I just posted that on Instagram, and the one I posted on TikTok was like the one on Instagram was me like drinking the bowl of gumbo, and the one on TikTok was me taking my po' boy and dumping it in the gumbo. And I kind of like seeing like what's jiving on each one. So it's interesting to see. They both performed really well. If you did not know, Old Time Grocery has gumbo. A lot of people didn't know, including myself. So when we pulled up there Friday night, it was like the most random place for me to go to dinner, I feel like, but we were in a we were going to something and we needed a short dinner. And so Petey picked that, and I was like, perfect, they have a patio. I'm doing patio series. Let me like film while I'm here. But I saw on the marquee, it was like chicken and sausage gumbo. And I was like, what? I got to try this. Because I love a home gumbo. I'm not like, restaurants can be super hit or miss with gumbo. So I had that and posted it. And so many people did not know they had gumbo, which is good. Like, so I hope y'all got some gumbo sales from that.
So I literally just thought it was a lunch po' boy place.
Okay, yeah. And it was, when I tell you it was popping at night, like, popping when we got there. The patio was full. They might have, I don't know if they had like a big party or something, but those people had left by the time it was our turn to sit, but in and out at the register all night long while we were there. And that was probably from 6 to 7 p.m.
Do they take card now at the register?
Yeah, I think they took our card.
Okay, because look, it's been a while since I've been.
Cash or check, yeah.
I had to go to the ATM.
I can remember when I was in PA school coming in, because I love old time, being like, shoot, I want to go there, but we don't have cash. You know, like having to go to the ATM. But no, don't quote me. Nobody get mad at me. But I'm pretty sure Petey paid. Like he went to the register. Well, I went and found a table. I'm pretty sure it's card. I guarantee you I didn't have cash.
Because I found that so weird. I'm like, okay, I get cash only. I get it. However, I have not owned like a check since 2006.
Oh, I own a check because my daycare only takes checks, and that's the only place that I have checks. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
No, my daycare got a money order.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I was like, this is how I'm paying.
Yeah.
Because I don't want checks.
Well, I have
checks. Weird.
I know, I have checks, and the only check it gets written to is daycare.
Wow.
But yeah, no, you know what? PD and I went to, it's like, is it JB Snubs? Is that the burger place that, I'm probably saying that wrong, is it on Simcoe?
Yeah, anyway, I think so, yeah.
They only take cash and didn't realize it. And we ordered. There were a bunch of people in there that we knew. I'm trying to think where we came from. We came from somewhere, and like we were in that area, and like we were like, we'll pay for you. I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, cancel my order. Like I think that's what we ended up. Or did we eat there? I can't remember. This was like a couple years ago. But they only take cash or check too. But I had a checkbook.
Man,
I think that I might be saying the wrong place. I think that's it though.
Yeah. Well, so I don't want to linger too much on it. I want to ask you, how do you come up with your series? So you had That's Gravy Baby.
Yeah, Gravy Baby, which is like an ongoing series.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you had the patio series, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
Because Lafayette loves a good patio.
Well, when the weather is nice, I'm always looking for a patio. And then like I feel like I always gravitate to like the same two places. So one day I like kind of like on stories. I'm telling you, you got to get on stories. Chatted on stories about it, put the little question box, kind of got some like feedback. People were like, oh my gosh, yes, please. Because I don't know if you get like this, but get like brain paralysis, like, you know, like let's go out to eat, and I like gravitate to the same places. I like to like have a list and be like, where should we go here? Because I'm always like, PD, give me 3 choices and then I can pick. I'm better at that. So I was like, patio, the weather's about to be nice, because this was like a few months ago whenever I like started the like thinking about it. And then I just made like a shareable document in Canva that I can update. So like if you have the patio lists and I like discover a new one that like I want to share, I can go edit it and you already get the edit. It's kind of like a Google Doc. So yeah, I just like, I want to do what I like, but I also want it to be beneficial to like people following me too. And so the same thing, I kept seeing like my rice and gravy recipes like do really well. And it's not hard, but it's intimidating. Like when you think about rice and gravy, I feel like people get intimidated by it. But I'm like, dude, This can be easy. I promise I can. And that's kind of like how my whole page is. It's like anybody can cook. I promise anybody can cook. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn this. I feel like the new trend right now is like series, like do something in a series. And, it makes people like be like, ooh, I want to come back for episode 2. Like, you know, like a TV show. So that's why I turned Gravy Baby into a series. And then the patio is just like a fun little, I did 5 ports. I did 5 restaurants. And then I did like a follow-up carousel of those 5. And then this week, because the weather kind of got nicer this week, I don't know why I'm basing it off of like in real time. But I already have a lot of these videos made because I've been planning this for months.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of waiting for like the perfect time. Then I'll like batch and release. And that's my plan
too.
for the patio
I think about
series.
weather because I have a few videos that I filmed. Not gonna lie, I'm embarrassed to think about this, and because I know I need to do better. But I have videos that I have not released that I filmed in the summer.
Oh, same.
And I'm like, I'm going to release them and it's going to be cold.
Yeah.
And in the video, you can tell I probably look hot.
But is it a summer activity? Like
No, it's just a restaurant that I was standing in front of.
So to say, I have a friend who went on an Alaskan cruise and she waited till the next, because it's like end of like when you would probably take an Alaskan cruise. She's a content creator. And she waited till this year, around like opening of Alaskan cruise season, like when you would go. I don't really know when this is, but she waited till then, and she said she is happy she saved her content and waited till the next year because it performed well. And like I think she did like a similar thing where she would like send people itineraries and stuff. So sometimes I will hold on to stuff if it doesn't truly make sense, you know.
Here's my dilemma: restaurants come and go so fast, and I have a couple of restaurants that I did videos for, not paid. Yeah. Just my own
organic,
volition. And I need to get them out because I fear that with the way restaurants come and go, literally restaurants have come and gone in less than a year.
I know.
Like the average restaurant lasts maybe 2 or 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
See, and I love our staples. I really do. But I love to see a new restaurant coming. But like I said, that's kind of why I made the patio list, because I gravitate to the same places sometimes. But I like to, I went to a new restaurant last night.
Where'd you go?
I went in New Iberia to Lizzie's.
Oh, I've heard about it. I want to go, but going to New Iberia, it's like I have to want to go to New Iberia.
PD Drive, just because it's like a weeknight and like, you know, like the logistics. If you didn't know, if you're like watching, I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and an almost 2-year-old. So just, if you follow me, I share a lot of family-friendly stuff because that's like the phase of life I'm in. But every year, us and 2 other couples do a like around Christmas time go to dinner together. And so we went to Lizzie's in New Iberia last night, and it was so good, so cute. I videoed while we were there.
Is it a new place?
Yeah, I think. My understanding, it's pretty new.
Okay.
I think she's like a trained pastry chef. I don't even know if her name is Lizzie, but like I'm pretty sure she's like a trained in like pastries is what I've heard. But it was delicious. We got the arancini, and then we had this like mushroom appetizer on homemade sourdough. Practically everything. They're like, that's homemade in-house. That's in-house. We got a pickle plate, all these like pickled corn. I've never had pickled corn. Corn's favorite. Never had pickled corn. Yes, but it was like it had like all these different fruits and vegetables that were pickled. I got the short rib ragu, and it was delicious. The red sauce was so good. And then desserts. Oh my goodness, we ordered. They have like milk and cookies, and it was like warm chocolate chip cookies with milk. We got this like cheesecake that was like had like this espresso layer on top. Then we got. I'm probably saying it wrong. What was it? It was like butter pecan creme brulee with pralines on top. That was the best dessert.
Wait,
like,
a creme brulee?
It was a creme brulee
with pecans on top.
With pralines on top.
Oh, pralines. Okay.
Or pralines, however you say it. I say pralines.
No, I say pralines.
With pralines on top.
I think it's pralines.
I'm gonna get this video out soon, probably in the next week. But like, oh, so good.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It was so good.
Dude, I love a creme brulee, man.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
This creme brulee was good. It was good. It was a special. I don't know if it was, but like, they don't take reservations. So I was like, oh gosh, I hope we can get a table. And we walked in and we got like the last table of like that seating. It was like right at 7.
An in-demand place.
Oh, there were people in and out of there.
So it's just a walk-in, like first come, first serve type thing?
Yeah. It's a restaurant. Like,
yeah,
but they don't take reservations. Okay. Which I was like, ooh, might be a later night. And then I scheduled this for 8 o'clock in the morning, but we were good. I was home by 10.
Okay, good.
But yeah, it was really good.
Okay.
I love talking about food, if you can't tell.
No, look, pickled corn. I never heard of pickled corn.
Me neither. And like I said, I'm known for corn. Like I'm known for like Corn Festival. I got to partner with the Louisiana Corn Festival, not this year for the Corn Festival, but last year. That was like a dream partnership.
That's awesome.
It was great. I loved it.
Okay, so I'm kind of.
I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place.
I kind of have squirrel brain right now.
Yeah.
But you said that this has become kind of a job for you, and you make a income from this. My question is, and you don't have to disclose your income. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But at what point do you feel that this could overtake your real job?
I have a timeline in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. So I have like, I feel like this year, kind of last year, this year I've invested a lot of like time and like I'm like mentoring like from other people like into how to do that. Like I love my community that I've like created on Instagram, and like I love sharing things, and like I said, 90 to 95% of my content is organic, but like I'm already making a red beans and rice recipe. So let me partner with who I'm making it, like the product I'm making it with, like Blue Runner. It's like a partner I've worked with for 2 years. Like, why not? Like, it works for both of us. I get their product into, like, I'm already sharing it. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, they've been like a great partner to have. I've worked with them last year and this year. Like I shout it to the roost. When I get to partner with somebody, I'm like, this is awesome. Like, and I am picky, like not picky, but like I am picky. That I don't want to use the wrong word, but like it's got to be a right fit. You know, I'm not going to be sharing, I don't know, the most like shoelaces to sell. You know, like it's gotta be like a right fit for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I love like my catfish farmer, the like Catfish Institute. I've worked with them for years. They were like, I think this might be my 4th or 5th year to work with them, and they give me creative freedom. Like I mean, my stuff gets approved. Like I send it off to them for them to approve it. But like I am about to have something come out, like a Christmas recipe come out. I'm so excited that they like took my idea. Like I sent them the idea, and they were like, this is so out of the box. We like make it. That sounds great. Like I love that creative. Like earlier this year, I did a catfish tower. So it wasn't like hot dogs. It was like catfish, but like in a hot dog bun with all kinds of toppings. And I had pitched it to another brand to do a hot dog tower with like one of their products, and they were like, I don't know, you know, like it doesn't like that's not like what we want to like showcase, which is completely fine. But like I pitched it to the catfish farmers, and they were like, yeah, do it. Like,
yeah.
I love it. Like I love getting like the creative freedom.
So do you find it difficult if you haven't tried? I'm just kind of thinking of something here. In the local scene, the local food business scene, do you find that you struggle to get, I guess, brand deals locally?
I do. But I love sharing local.
I know, that's
and
hard.
so like, but my page isn't all about just paid stuff. So like I keep saying, like most of my stuff is just organic, on my time, on my dollar, like, you know. And I have partnered locally with a couple people. But I had to like, with like my jobs and being a mom and stuff, like kind of like say like time means something too, like because it truly is a job, like to get out, go film, come home, edit, like the hours like tick. So there's some things that I have to and I don't want to, but I have to say no if it just isn't the right time for me. Like December's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not the right time for me, but like I'll share about it organically how I'll, you know, because it's probably something I like anyway.
That's the
but
same
I would
thing.
love to partner more with local people, and like just work with what works for them and work for me. And if we can figure something out that works for both of us, like, yeah.
I'm finding it not necessarily difficult, but challenging, I would say, is because of the fact that this year, especially this year, a little bit last year, but this year, there are so many more people that are creating content, that are becoming content creators and trying to generate revenue. Because let's just be honest, this year, a lot of people are finding it tough economically.
Yeah.
They're struggling at the grocery store, and so people are like, I need to create content. So what you're seeing right now is a lot of people are selling on TikTok. TikTok looks like a QVC.
The orange card is everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I haven't figured out, like, I don't make any money from like Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Like at one point, like 2021 maybe, like I had opted into something for Instagram for like when they were starting reels and like trying to push them, and I'd made like cents, like pennies. I feel like TikTok. I need to read some fine print before I like opt into these things, and I just don't have time to read the fine print, if that makes sense. But yes, I feel like TikTok Shop, like
it's QVC.
I buy from TikTok Shop. It's easy. They take Apple Pay. Bring my face. It's coming.
Look,
I bought 2 things yesterday from TikTok Shop.
I bought from TikTok. It is easy. I was a little worried at first because I'm like, the whole thing. Oh, it's a Chinese owned entity or whatever. I'm like, but the CEO is pretty honest and forthcoming about like privacy and safety and this is something we mentioned before we went live, being how strict that they are with their content. I don't know if this is because of the Chinese influence on them, but I feel like I can trust TikTok in that regard of buying something from them.
Yeah.
Now, can I trust that third party person to deliver? I have to try.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with Amazon. There's third parties on there that are
For sure.
shipping through Amazon. But man, TikTok is an interesting place with regards to content creation. And going back to the local scene, is there are many businesses that'll reach out, but some of them I have to be selective on which ones I try to sell to. Mm-hmm. Like I say sell, like try to partner with. And there was one recently, and I won't name it. They reached out multiple times, and I wrote about them. They posted really well on Facebook and probably the other, but they reached out, sent multiple press releases, and we said, okay, they're getting ready to open. Let me start the talks of partnering, branding, like paid content, because that's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
I do the free stuff while you're building. But if you're going to want me to show that you're open and you can generate revenue, I want to generate revenue.
No, I agree.
That's how I do it.
That's why I'm talking about the ROI stuff. Like 1% of people watch your video. That could be that
Exactly.
many. And like it started at the 1%. That's low.
Yeah.
Truly more people are probably going to go in. But like if you want to like try and make a ROI if you don't have a code or something.
Yeah. People ask me about ROI. Sometimes I'm like, my ROI, you can see it. Just go look. I say you can see it. You can see the numbers, and you have to conceptually understand that those numbers yield something.
Yeah.
Can I track it? No.
No, but you can use, like I'm saying, you could try and use that.
And word of mouth. People, I'll go to the business owners that I've written about, even if it's for free content, they'll say, I've had so many people come in and mention that they saw, my business on your page, or they've mentioned other pages too, but like they see it on social media. And I'm like, that's good. That's good for me to know, because I'll go to the next business.
I love when people give me feedback like that.
Yeah, you need it.
I know. I've had a chef come up to me recently and be like, your post, which was just an organic post, like, thank you. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I know. People think that all I do is paid content. Oh. And I love that, because business owners now realize like we are a business too. But a lot of the stuff you see, like the majority of the stuff you see me post is not paid.
Yeah, same. Same.
Now, if you see me post about a business and doing an inside tour, showing food, saying, come check them out, they're now open. If that says now open, most likely that's paid for.
But good for you. Like, you've built your community, and like, it takes time.
It does.
So no, that's awesome.
But good for you too, for also making things happen with your stuff. Like, this is why I like bringing in people and talking about what they do, and especially in relation to social media, because I feel like 15 years ago, social media wasn't a real job.
Yeah.
Today, that is every job.
No, I know.
Every business has that.
Yeah, you've got to market your content, and that's just, everybody has the computer in their hand, which is your phone, and if you want, like, everybody has social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
unless they're bricked out and they can't get on it.
I know. Yeah, no, doing the brick. So we are just over an hour. So I don't want to.
Oh, we're good. Let's chat for, I don't know.
Yeah, a
Do
few
you
more
want to chat
minutes
some more?
here.
10 minutes? I got like 10 minutes. I'm going to take a sip of water.
Yeah. So I guess I want to go ahead and start bringing it to a close and asking about what does, and we kind of alluded to this, what does the future look like for what you're doing? Like, do you hope to be able to relinquish yourself of a traditional job and do this full time? That can be scary. Like, what is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I would love that. Like, I mean, being a PA and like being in healthcare is like great and it's secure, you know, for the most part. But like, obviously, you can see when I start talking about food, like, food is my love language, and like getting to share and like teach people something, like teach people how to cook a gravy, teach people how to do whatever. Like, that is really like where my heart is. And so, yes, I hope like one day I can like do this more as my full-time job. It is a job right now, but like as like, you know, the main, like shift things around and it could be my main thing. I don't know. My first major going to LSU was broadcast journalism. Like, I thought I wanted to be an anchor on TV, like a TV anchor. I used to do like extemporaneous speaking competitions. You know, like I don't have a problem like with public speaking. And so, like, this is so funny that, like, you know, almost 20 years later, I'm not on TV, but, like, I can sit here and, like, film myself and teach something. So, like, I really
this
love
is
that.
the new TV, though.
Yeah. So, I would love, like, in my heart, I would love that. So, yeah. And I love the Lafayette community. Like, I love local businesses. And, like, even, like, my husband and I just did, like, a fundraiser for the Hub Lafayette. Like, we were, like, their agent. Like, they did an agent thing.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I'm going to utilize, like, my page to talk about such a good thing in Lafayette to try and raise money for them. You know, like, I've got, like, all these avenues. Like, I love that I could help the Hub through the Vintage Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't think I asked, like, what is your follower count for each platform?
So with Facebook, I think it's 1,001. Thanks to your new follower. No, Facebook's in the thousands. Instagram, I am right under 24,000. Like, I think 23.8 is what I saw last time. And then TikTok, I had 2 videos like really pop off. I did an Apps and Yap like in-person class in the summer, and I posted about it when it was over. And that video blew up, like, and I say blew up, but I think it had like 15,000 views, but the followers, like, I think I got a couple thousand followers from that video. And then recently, same thing, I posted the same video on Instagram and TikTok, just like, if you're from Lafayette and you like food, like, hit follow type of video. And that one generated a ton of TikTok followers too. So at TikTok, I'm almost at 6,000 over there, which I don't really like. I feel like I don't follow a lot of people on TikTok. I just scroll the For You page anyway. So yeah, that's where I am. Like, Pinterest, honestly, I get a lot of views on Pinterest too, and I haven't posted on Pinterest in a long time.
Oh, I have not even opened Pinterest in probably 3 years.
Why I've been opening Pinterest is because I locked myself out of all other social channels in my brick, and so I have found myself looking at Pinterest, which I like. I do like Pinterest for like crafts for my kids and stuff like that too. And then I want to have like a LinkedIn presence next year. That's like one of my goals. A lot of creators are kind of moving over there too, not as for like creating, but just more explaining like what we're talking about, like how I like deep dive into my analytics and like kind of like explaining or post partnership debriefs, kind of like giving like a little like, hey, so I've done it I've done a few posts on LinkedIn like in the past 6 months, like literally like 2 or 3. But I kind of want to like move and just more for like education explanation of the creator side. Like, I have a LinkedIn for my PA business, like PA job that I never get on because healthcare is just was never a big LinkedIn focus. Yeah. But yeah, I have learned from some other creators I'm in like this like membership thing that I've learned a lot this year. A lot of them like LinkedIn, and you can connect with like the social media person who works for, I don't know, like a luggage company. I'm just like, you know, that luggage company's on LinkedIn
the
with their
staff is there, yes.
with their social media manager too. So like, I don't know, kind of food for thought for 2026.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's crazy is I did a lot on LinkedIn probably from 20, give or take 2020 to 2023-ish.
Okay.
So my website, Developing Lafayette, I had it where on the back end, I had it programmed to where every time I made a post, essentially the website's a blog.
Yeah.
So every time I made a post, the back end algorithm would automatically publish to Twitter and LinkedIn.
Like a repurpose IO. There's like a company
so
that
it
does
just
that.
it posted it automatically, and it was going there, and I didn't have to worry about it. If I can offload something that I feel like is just repetitive and doesn't require any sort of injection of true personality, I automated that. And so for a while, Twitter and LinkedIn were just automated, and then Twitter got bought and turned into X, and the automation just stopped. They took it off.
Okay.
But LinkedIn was running for a while, and then LinkedIn did some squirrely stuff with their API, and it stopped posting. And I went back and I looked at my follower count, and I was over 10,000 followers.
Dang, see?
On LinkedIn.
I think LinkedIn would be really good for your Developing Lafayette. Like, I really do. Like,
it's just another.
Oh, I know, it's another thing.
Social media.
It's another thing. The thing with I don't understand the LinkedIn algorithm at all. But I think if somebody like comments, like it kind of brings your post back to life ish. If that makes sense. I don't know. That's definitely on my list. Another thing is I have an email like list that I didn't do anything with for forever. And I've like been sending out emails, not weekly. I was on a weekly thing and
so
then life happened.
Newsletters?
Like a newsletter.
Yeah.
And it pretty much like the last one I sent out 2 weeks ago was like the algorithm decides what it wants to show you on Instagram. You want me to be in your inbox. Here's what you may have missed this week. And I was like, this is a code for this business. This is this is, what I made this week. And this is what we're eating for snack at school. Cause I send snacks to school. People really like when I share that. Just like, cause I know it's going in the inbox of somebody who truly wants to be there, but they may have missed my stories. The Instagram algorithm didn't feed them my posts, so kind of it's like a little wrap up, or like, here's what I'm cooking this week. Like
I do a newsletter too, and it's great.
So I want to grow that a little more next year too. The patio series, if you opt in to get the handout, I put like, send me your email so you like are on my list.
And it's good to have your own database of contacts that you own.
Yeah, in case like you get a blackout on Instagram and something happens.
And let me tell you, 2024, or is it 2024? I think at some point, my Instagram got hacked.
Ugh.
And I'm not going to say it wasn't my fault. I definitely had some issues that I did not see happening. So I was in the middle of trying to get my Facebook page verified. I was like, and I got a message from Facebook. Oh,
gosh.
But it wasn't a private message. It was a back-end settings message.
Yeah, well, you know all that because you're graphic design.
And I'm like, okay, so they gave me a message saying, something about, do this to get verified. So I was in there, and I submitted it. It said, you'll receive an email from us. And I was like, okay, cool. It's, it's a verification thing. I get it. And this was a true settings function of Facebook's back end. At least that's how it looked. There may have been some funky stuff happening, but it looked real. And I'm pretty discerning, but I felt super boomer whenever this happened. So about 15 minutes later, I'm waiting for this email to come through. And guess what happens? I get an email, probably about 30 minutes later. It says, hey, your verification approval is ready, blah, blah, blah. You just need to sign in through the back end or through the professional dashboard or whatever, business manager. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm over there trying to log in, and I'm using my Facebook login, but for some reason, it wasn't working. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just try Instagram. Type it in, and it worked. I'm like, the second I hit enter,
face goes white. Like, oh no.
I got an instant notification from Instagram saying that my email address changed.
Ugh.
I said, wait, I did not change my email address. And so immediately, whenever I saw that, I'm like, oh God.
And getting in touch with anybody at those companies is impossible.
Yes.
Impossible. So I'm glad you got it back. Good for you.
Let me tell you the story, and then we'll wrap up.
Mom duties call.
Yeah. I know you got to get going.
Oh gosh, I do have to go. Okay.
Okay. So
Yes.
I'll make it fast. Got hacked, lost everything. Well, they tried to ransom it.
Okay.
To try to get money, and I was not giving them money. We had about 38,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. And then I wasn't giving them money. They were messaging me through WhatsApp. I said, I'm not.
Yeah.
I said, dude, I'm not answering you. I'm not. Like, I basically said, screw you. Like, I'm not giving you money. So I told my business partner, I said, hey, Instagram got hacked. It's my fault. Kind of, whatever. He goes, okay, well, let's get in touch with Facebook. I said, good luck. He goes, well, I did some research. If we buy, now you have to buy the verification.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. I thought you can just get it.
You can get that. That is a thing now.
So
that used to not be the thing. But it's the thing now.
Right, I know. We signed up for the verification badge, got it, got access to an employee, which was wild.
That's why I keep toying with paying the $15 a month to do the verification.
Let me tell you,
I know. I've heard it's
really
worth
is.
it.
It really is good. It sucks that you have to pay for that, but it's good because we were talking to someone. I can actually call Facebook. It took a couple
You're
of
about to
things.
reaffirm, like the third thing to reaffirm me to get it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know, like your alarm's going off.
That's my alarm going off, y'all.
Okay.
I have a field trip to go to.
Okay, so yeah, anyway, Facebook told us that the people that took our account committed to deactivating the account. Facebook stopped it for a little while, but was unsuccessful at getting the followers back. The account eventually just got deleted, and then I was able to create the account again and keep the same handle. Starting from zero.
And starting from zero on Instagram is hard.
Yes. So I'm at like 6 or 7 or 8,000, something like that. But after that, I lost
Instagram followers
interest.
are different than like a TikTok
Very
follower
different.
account. Like the count's very different.
Very different.
Yeah. Gosh,
Yeah.
dog it. I hate
know,
that for
I know.
you. Okay.
Well, look,
Thank you so much for having me. I hope this is fun.
absolutely.
I hope this is like how you want to spend your morning. Look, those are some Christmas brookies. Recipe coming soon to the Vintage Park. But yeah, I made you a little Christmas treat.
Nice. I appreciate it. Well, Liz, I know you got to get running. I appreciate you coming on and talking about your social media and what you do. And I hope that maybe you get a couple of followers from this.
Yeah, y'all go follow me, the Vintage Fork.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. She's got to get running. But you guys have a great weekend. It is Friday, right?
Yep,
yes.
Friday.
Oh, my God.
TGIF.
Yes, indeed. Liz, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys.
All right,
that is
bye,
it.
Ben.
Y'all have a good one.